Hello and welcome. Right, I am deliberating on what we do about doing the baling now, or because that's going to be a session and a half if I'm like doing all the baling, which of course that is the only option you've got at present. But I'm thinking it's July, the grass is going to grow as well. That's going to need doing. We've got like the grass equipment's coming on. We just need to buy that front mower, but our money is really going down. I have looked at some of the giants, the little mods, and I looked at the dairies, and I was just checking the like butter and stuff like that, and I thought, do you know, that might actually be a right good little earner. But trouble is, we have gone way too low on. Yeah, we bought some really good cracking equipment, but it's left us a bit short. No, I thought I hadn't saved that. No, I think, no, I'd said it was good. Yeah, I did. I said, no, I'm happy with that. We were doing the canola. I wasn't happy because the canola's done that thing where I was a mile away. Well, I'm not right next door. I didn't really expect that. Yeah, and it's a bit annoying because it's going to pay me back anyway, so it's sort of like a double cheat. No matter what you do, you're going to like get your fingers burnt in a way. So do I just leave it with that in? Yeah, that's the weird thing, isn't it, though? We've got 42 tons of canola. According to this, we've got 19,596. Oh, of course, because that's full. Yeah, oh dear, it's going to be a funny one, isn't it, really? No matter what we do. What do we do? Do we, like, give ourselves the full amount out? And the trouble is, I don't know what to say. It's a bit of a strange one. Yeah, because I really was trying to, as you do. This is the only trouble I found with Start From Scratch. When you like do your things and it's close to storage, it's sort of like, you've got to sort of do this, have concentrate things, and then it causes this issue. I thought it wouldn't actually happen on FS25 until on Riverbend Springs, when I actually did it right next to. It was as much though that first time to test to see is that still a thing, and it is. But not only is it a thing, it also multiplies what you put in, which that happened in FS22 as well, but not all of the time. It's one of those inexplainable phenomenons that happened on one of the Let's Plays that I never actually aired. Which is a shame because it was a really good series. But I just don't know how to handle this. Whether we just like, because we have got quite a lot of land on this, but that's my point. I always like my farm to be concentrate, but I suppose what I'm saying is, if I put it, I suppose you've always got to remember that this is a game, and that it was not done on purpose, but I do want to keep it. But if we also are going to move it so that we're not cheating, I've got to go with the consequences of everything that I do. I suppose if we're going to get... Well, let's see what happens. Yeah, obviously, I do want to put that down. But also, yeah, if I lose half, we've got to put it down somewhere again, and we've got to test to see if that... Then we'll just see what happens. Yeah, it is exactly half, isn't it? I can always reload the game. So this time, did we lose any of our tonnage? No. That's the good thing. We didn't get any reimbursed, but it did read that. So that means we're going to give ourselves the 8,500 back. That is only fair. If we're trying to put this in a better place. Because I do think I'm right, even if we have to lug a little bit like further. So do we put it this side? I would imagine. Well, again, this is us trying to see if I stick it just sort of at the back of, I'd say this side of this. That's a fair old whack around. But I suppose what I'm trying to say is, this is a game, and I can actually do this all day long until we find out how far away do we actually do this. So then let's have a look at our bakery, oil mill enhanced. If we stick this down here, Yeah, that's the dump bit. I want it a bit further back. Huh? Oh, wow, that's quite a... Well, let's just take it as a... And see, is that far enough away? It is. Right, fantastic. I think we've done that the wrong way around, haven't we? I would say we have. I would say we have done that the wrong way around. Although, if it puts the pallets at the back, I don't. But it just looks a bit weird because it's facing like the wrong way. The machinery is here, but like the dump bit is. If we just switch that on. It always makes a funny noise as well, this does. It is a... Right, no, yours is right. We want... Interactive zone markers, I believe it's what we're looking for. Yeah, so that is that, and that's where we dump it. So no, I am right, but it is the wrong way round. Unless you're going to dump from behind. I mean, for us, it's perfect because we're going to dump that way, but it is a bit odd, really. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, let's just switch it off. And now we know that we are dumping at the back. Let's get some dumping done, because it is far more lucrative to actually do this, especially now that I've adjusted that so we're not actually losing. Yeah, let's see how lucrative this oil business is. Yeah, with a slightly enhanced factory. Is that going to make a difference to yeah, how well we do? And it will only take half of this, so this is like, it'd be interesting to see. Obviously, I'm quite intrigued about the... I do like the way the Giants have done the little... In fact, this will do. Yeah, it's 17,777 litres, nearly 18, is not a bad amount to do, I don't think. Yeah, they've all got quite exact triggers, really exact, and even more worse. I'm not trying to be negative either. I'm trying to be. Yeah, I need to change the dump rate on this as well, being as I've enhanced its capacity. I like this one. I don't want to make it too much big. I thought a little 20-tonner would be about right-ish. Yeah, sort of like a starting. I would like to go. Yeah, I'd like to alter this a little bit and make it completely different colour and things like that. A little bit like Omatana has done with her TARDIS range. But I'm not going for it, even though I do love Doctor Who. I think that'll do us. Let's just switch that on. So canola oil. Activate. And should show us, yeah, 20 for 15. So that's an awful lot better for the loss. And I realised I could have done pig food, actually. It is a thing. You can see, you can buy it from the shop, so therefore it recognises it. I could have actually done the extra 5 canola going straight to pig food. I might actually have a go at that. So our cycles are 96. Yeah, we shall see what that is, what it equates to, because obviously I've got this on at least a couple of Let's Plays, and I'd be interested to see what an enhanced one is. I've not gone too mad with it, and we shall see. We've got the grass now. That's true. What have we got? I think what we were going to do a cash crop next year, weren't we? So it really doesn't matter if the straw stays on those fields. We've got no way of shifting stuff at the minute. So remind myself. Yeah, that's right. We've got that beautiful bit of kit. And typically after I bought it, right, I think it's that I'm looking at. The forage. I thought that's right. I have got it, but of course we've not really got the cash to buy another. I would have bought Rawley Christie's or Omatanas now. We had Sport for Choice on now. They're both 30,000. I do like the idea of. Well, I like them both. I'm a massive fan of both modders, if I'm honest. But I do like this because I've got to be honest. The Rawley Christie one, it was one I really loved in FS25, but it was a little bit more dear. It's weird how economics can sort of play a part in the game. Let's just pop up. Yeah, I was just thinking, the one bad thing about a self-made field is unlike this, where you can like pop to them. You can't pop to your like self-made one. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're right where that is, so we can really just like have a look and then pop behind at this, and that's what I thought I'd like to do. It's fertilized 50%, needs lime and needs rolling. Yeah. Do we roll it? Just seems like we've got a roller. It does seem a little bit like we should do that at the very least. With I think, yeah, we'll go for you because you're more appropriate, I think. And I know we can do the baling. I'm looking forward to Courseplay. It's I don't mind, but obviously every single, and it's true of us all. It's the biggest thing that I find I miss from Courseplay is that fact that you can actually set the baler. You've still got to pick them up. And if this was the thing of manual, I've got to be honest, we would be. There's two things. We would have a lot of bales, which remind myself what was on the sales. On one of them, we did have the Anderson that had popped. But I mean that we're doing well on our equipment, and we're down to 45,000. But we have got a lot of equipment now. I mean, there's the liquid lime as well that you could do it with this, and that's what I was thinking. Do we clock it? That's not what I was thinking at all. But yeah, some things never change. There's some really, there's a fantastic mod repair thing that I thought was a really valiant effort, reasonable, because I was a little bit shocked at that. Now this is, I don't know if rollers are working right, because I've got this very roller. You can't, yeah, let me show you what I mean. It's down, you can't lift it. Yeah, I've got this very roller, and I was like on Zilonka, and I thought it's a beautiful bit of kit, but there is no lift. Look, no matter what you do, there is no lift. Yeah, you can fold it, but you can't lift it, and I'm sure that's surely not right. Surely not right. But we're going to roll it anyway, even though, yeah, the stones and that are a bit... we've not got a stone picker on this, have we? Nope. I hate stones in a grass field, but you know, sometimes it you can't do everything, and it is you've sometimes got to put up with these things a little bit more, even though it does drive you crazy a little bit. But it is what it is. Yeah, things are not quite right. I'm sure, surely. Well, I'm not used to not being able to lift a roller. It's just always down. And you can fold it, but that takes quite a while. It doesn't like you moving while it's folding either. I tried that. Is this the same roller as I think it is? Yeah, I'm sure it's the same roller. It's yeah, this is the one I've got on Zilonka 2. Beautiful. I love the way it folds and all the rest of it. Sometimes doesn't seem to be 12 meters, but it is. It's because I'm small, like a little fly in the distance. So yeah, I think I'm gonna like time-lapse this, so it'll be a little time-lapse because it's gonna take a few minutes. But yeah, I don't want the whole session to be just me like rolling the field. I suppose we could set the worker going with the roller, see how effective it is, and we can go through till tomorrow. Is that gonna work? No, it's gonna grow. Nope. That's it. I did this the other day with the weeding. I'd got a beautiful weeder, a hoe as well, and I said, "Oh, we're going to go through till tomorrow." And then, like, the weeds grew, and I thought, "No, that was fairly obvious that was what was going to happen. Why did you do that?" So I'm not going to do that schoolboy error again. It's just I like to see like our progress, but that I don't want to be seeing that kind of progress. No, I don't want to. Obviously, with this being grass, you sort of get given a bit of a... It's a big field, though. I've got to be honest. We did sort of do that. The silage is going to... Obviously, we can suck that up and sell it straight away, but we will really need a bigger trailer. The 17-tonner is good, but I'm going to need to do some lugging if we're going to go loose, which seems more sensible. But we've got lucky to have the forage pickup, and that's what I thought. At the minute, there is no floor pickup that I'm aware of anyway. I can't see one in the store. I'm used to the 710, and we've not got it. At least I think. I'm right in saying that. But the fluffy mod sort of gives you that. If we look in belt systems, still laggy when you go into this. I have got my. Yes, I have got my power switched on. So I had a laggy time the other day. It was literally. They always hate laptops, gaming laptops, hate it if you've not got your power on for your graphics card. And of course, I didn't have it on, and I was like saying it's really laggy. And yeah, it was really laggy. All right, that's because I didn't have the power on. It is on this time, yeah. So it's not laggy due to anything like that. Right. So what am I looking for? What what are we in here for? Fluffy Mod's belt system. I believe we were talking belts, which is where now? Yeah, it really is laggy. Belt systems. Yeah. Oh, we have got the S710. So we have got a floor pick. I'll be glad when we've got that. But this, what I'm saying is this does it all. But yeah, we have got. I didn't realise we got that. I'm sure when I looked, it wasn't there when I was on Riverbend Springs. So whether that's a mod that's been added, and now I look really silly because it has got one there, but I'm sure it didn't have the other day when I looked. So, but it is now. So you can, yeah, I've got a floor pickup. But of course the Fluffy Mods it does that anyway. So what I'm saying is we're quite fortunate in having that. We can like suck it up and take things to market straight away. Now, of course, it is the very beginning of FS25. We've had two whopping great. I won't call them patches. Yeah, if a patch to me is when you think of sticking plaster, a patch on something. It's something quite small, but I would say a gig and a quarter and 2.5 gigs is rather. That's not a patch. That's. I mean, I know I come from a programming background. Well, I come from the IT background, so I mean software development and things like that. I'm not an absolute expert because IT is a big field, but I am an expert in so much as I've seen enough software and patches, and well, yeah, Microsoft has given me a living, so I certainly know quite a bit about that, having observed ever since Windows 95 right the way to Windows 11. So yeah, this as well, this slowdown where it's got better, but it's still not right. Giant said they'd fixed it, but you can still see that you can see the field, and there's a lag between the animations. So they've had a go. They've had 2 patches now. It's still not fixed. Yeah, forestry. Scoopski was literally left 2 or 3 comments. I apologise, Scoopski, for the delay in getting back to you. Yeah, not monstrous delays, but yeah, it's weird. The comment section has been removed from YouTube now. You only see a comment by if you click on your channel or your user, and it shows you your comments. Sometimes it doesn't work properly. They've changed it not too long ago. It used to be a part of your actual channel. Now it's gone, and you can only see it through like subscribers and viewers if you click on your name, and then all of a sudden you see a comment. Sometimes one that was left a week before, and you've been clicking on your name before that, and you've not seen anything. It's a bit yeah, because I like to reply to comments straight away. I don't like not commenting and not replying to a comment that's been left. But yeah, it is true. Scoopski was having a good laugh at my expense. It was this very Let's Play that he was talking about. It's true. Some of the mistakes we all make, especially myself, and I'm like, oh, it's this. But I have got to be honest. At the minute, almost all of what I've said is true. I had a contract the other day that didn't complete, but then I did it later on and it did complete. So it was a bit of a weird one. But that was done, and there'd been a patch. So I was like, well, is that the patch that's addressed that issue? Because to begin with, I remember FS22 was exactly the same. There was an awful lot of content creators writing content and showing you, saying, don't do the harvest contracts because at the minute they're not working right. And that's what I'm saying. You do get a bit of that. I personally think that, Scoops was on about the forestry, and how it's got very particular, and it is, he could well be right It could be that, but we're talking about gnarly trees. A lot of people, I've read quite a few forums, been on quite a few forums about this. A lot of people are up in arms about the forestry with FS25. To me, it looks like Giants forgot about it. Because if you delimb a normal tree, like we've used to in FS19 and FS22, you get to a certain stage and there is no more delimbing. You can't chop those side branches that used to disappear if you chopped a certain thing. They don't do that anymore. If you chop a tree, that side branch still remains on. Well, it seems a bit funny to me that Giants have been so particular about this over the years, and then all of a sudden a complete departure. To me, it's more like it's just not working at the minute. Or it's like it got forgotten. But yeah, I mean, features and refinements are being made. I do still think that the ground deformation seems to be causing more issues. It's that where you get most of these graphical glitches, when you do get those bits where you've gone quite deep. If you're using a harvester and then you go over with something like this, you see all this weird glitchiness with graphics. Even after both patches, I noticed it in editing, and it still is a thing. So yeah, I mean, the slowdown of things, I think, is the thing that, yeah, Hutan Panta, I noticed it the worst is when you like went in to buy something. It's that was real. That it's sort of like, it was a really big building that you show in the store, and it even slowed down the game when you came out of the store noticeably for quite a few seconds. That seems to have been adjusted, but it's still a thing. Yeah, I noticed on Riverbend Springs as well, it actually slowed the game down for about 10 seconds, where you were like juddering, all because you'd been in that big building, so, you know, like to like see your vehicle, and that really caused a huge impact. So there's quite a few glitchy sort of types of things that are being addressed, and they're making a difference. But the ground deformation, to me, still seems to be quite a problem for everybody. It's still an issue, but yeah, we're going to get this. It appears we're not going into a time lapse because we're about done. So yeah, it's I suppose it's a new game, and I suppose that's what I'm having been through this twice now with FS19 and FS22. I'm just not getting my knickers in a twist. It is what it is. It may be that it could be like Scoopsky said, yeah, we've got a bit of flickering now with the grounds. It could just be that it has got very particular. It could be that Giants have forgotten things, or it could be that something's not working as well. It could be a combination of all of these things, and obviously we will learn these things. Yeah, really. I might have another go. It does make it easier now. Since the time on Riverbend Springs, we have now got the quick M140 that's got the... Now that, Max, as Max said in FS22, it is a bit of a... yeah, with it only being the only one that's got strap support, we haven't got the CSZ pack at present, so we're missing things like the big bag handler. Now, although you can use the claw systems, as I found on Riverbend Springs, it's not terribly helpful. It never has been terribly, but you can sort of almost make it work. And CP is a big favourite of using the same one that I like as well. But it still didn't seem to be terribly effective with some of these really huge trunked trees that I was cutting in Riverbend Springs. And it didn't seem to matter what you did with it. You chopped it into little pieces. Those little tree limbs still stay. So it's, yeah, I'm just not sure at the minute. And having done both, where I take a tree just as is or delimit to the best that you can and take as much as you can, the game doesn't seem equipped to actually pay you any sort of cash for that. So I don't know whether you're supposed to like cut it into sections. Again, there's no lesson so far. I've not seen anybody who's found the answer to this sort of problem, and it could still be a glitch at present. That's what I'm saying. I'm just not getting, like, I'm just leaving it alone, because it may well work in a month or two when Giants get around to fixing that one of many issues that we've got with the game. But it is still very playable. I have got to be honest. I'm not sort of being a a real downer. I'm just sort of saying things as they actually are, that we can all see there were glitches, but you could on FS22. I always felt with FS22 that it had never really been properly fixed, even to the day that we went out of the game. We still got a few issues, and I thought, well, this is really quite bad, that a lot of these issues, but you could play with the game still. It was not to the point where it ruined things for you, but things weren't right. Yeah, it's just my opinion anyway. Yeah, that's what I felt all along, right to the very end. I still thought that FS19, to me, I mean, FS19 was worse at the very beginning. I've got to be honest, content creators struggled to show FS19 in a good light. It was that bad. But Giants got on that one quite quickly. And I thought at the end of FS19 that it was a really good finished game. I mean, really good. And I still now, even though I'm not saying the features of FS22 weren't good, I think the production side of things and that is really good, definitely. The price structure on FS25 is difficult, but then you're allowed to have more money, so they sort of, you just got to adjust and think, yeah, well, I can't really do what I used to do, where I'll do a 200 grand or a 300 grand start, although I've done it once with Ceylon, where we just gave ourselves 100 grand. That was tough, but it was only I knew I was going to go the treasure hunting sort of thing to actually get us a little bit of cash. And I still think that I did things right, apart from the fact, of course, those first two, the second and third sessions of the treasure hunt were terrible, because for some reason OBS did a weird glitch on me. It's typical. But I thought, oh, what do? Do you roll it back, or do you just like crack on and hope that your viewers and subscribers will sort of like stick with you for a couple? And I've got to be honest, it's getting views. We've got past that now, and every single session has been, I mean, I've been on that farm for 7 years, and we're just beginning to get traction. But those 7 years have gone quickly, so it's not all bad. It's just that I found the traction slow. But that's something as well that Skopsky was talking about, and it is true. There does come a certain point in any Let's Play, even on hard economy, where you get those turning points where you can see that you're making progress. And I can on Zilonka. We've got 5 fields now, which is the other thing is that was strange. Yeah, I noticed I focused on one of the big fields on the map, which is 500 odd grand. If you add all of our fields together, they're actually bigger than that one field, just slightly bigger than that field, but the cost of my fields is far less than the big field. And I'm like thinking, surely if you're buying one big field, shouldn't that be a little cheaper, not dearer than like buying the equivalent little ones? Otherwise you just keep on buying little fields and you don't have a big one. I don't know, it just, to me, land is supposed to be sort of like a fixed price to a degree. In a way, it's like 1 hectare is like 1,000. Just for an example, I don't mean that's the thing. Oh, no, I can't lift it. No, it won't lift. Yeah, I'm not used to lifting implements. It won't work. It just, I can fold it, or I can like have it on the ground. That is it. Which is a bit weird. So I'm not sure whether this is broken or whether it's actually just supposed to be like that. Right, that is that done. Now we can... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, it doesn't like you moving either. It gets to that point where it's like saying, just hang on a minute, mate. Don't rip off right now, because my wheels are like not quite right. So yeah, now it's okay, which you'd expect. So we've rolled it. So hopefully it now doesn't say that anymore. Fertilizing, we can still do that. I'm not worried. Even if we could treat it as meadow grass as well, I'm really not worried. It's a big set of grass, so we could do what like Bally Spring did, or other maps where you're just doing that as it is. Now I'm intrigued to see how our oil thing does in like 1 month, because the proper one, it does about 200 odd. Well, when I was looking for it, it did about 200 litres in a single month. That was quite bad, I thought. But yeah, we are rounding the equipment out. That grass mower, we're obviously going to have to buy a front mower for it. But again, that's not going to break the bank. It's like 13,000. But I really wanting to go into animals. So I'm hoping that, yeah, canola oil is January, December, January. I'm hoping we do well enough with my slightly enhanced oil thing, and also it's less loss than the Giants one, that we do all right with it. So let's go through till tomorrow. Oh, we've lost something, and we shall see what we shall see. Have we got anything leased? I don't think we have, but let's just check. Did I? No, I'm checking only for one reason. That's because I'm bouncing from that many 5 Let's Plays. Just want to make sure, because it doesn't take you long to go through look at that column that I'm just getting used to, where everything is a little. So it is 8 o'clock. Let's see how the grass is growing. And unfortunately, yeah, I was hoping there were small stones, but they weren't. They didn't actually push in, so not a very good income, but hey ho, it is what it is. Now then, what I'm rusting to see is how has our little production done? What do we get in 28 litres of canola oil? Now that's a bit odd. We've just gone overnight. I mean, that even the Giants one does better than that. That's taken 3,000. No, we had 70,000. Yeah, but that's not even the right amount. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Is that correct? It's sort of like as if it's disappeared our canola. Yeah, it's not even. What I mean is that's just not right by any stretch of the imagination. Ah. This is the thing that I can't get used to. So really, it's fibbing, and this is what I was saying. We've actually done one complete. At least I think we have. Yeah, 1,000 litre of canola. So it's done one pallet in one. Now that's not bad. Yeah, no. This time it will show. Now that's more like it. It's not stupendous. It's not done 7 or anything silly like that. But that's about what I'd expect something like this to do. Where it does do consider. Now this will actually make us a bit of cash by the so what's in the sales as well. Oh, now this is new, the Vermeer. This is something you could actually feed wood into, and I'd like to have a go at it. It's very good anyway. Do we do it on this Let's Play? We have got quite a few. Well, I'd like to lease it first to see how good it is. Beautiful Module Express, my absolute favourite harvester of cotton. I do really love that. I think it's not bad anyway. It is about half price, 38 grand. So it would be a coup if we were going to do forestry. We have got a lot of trees though. Do we do a bit of a test and go out on a limb? We could sort of like. Do we do this as a test where it's not going to cost us? Because what I'm trying to think is. I like to do things like real though, where they do actually cost you. You know, like where if you're going to do a test, then do a test. You know, although I suppose it sometimes can be for like I did this all the way for FS25. I never did any mod reviews per se, but I actually did in a way, often in a session. So I suppose you could sort of say that it was that. So the grass has grown nicely, and we didn't do a bad job. It doesn't look any horrible patches. So that in itself is quite a coup, really. So do we let me have this as a mod test per se, just to see how good that is? I think we'll have a go. Let's do it. So it's like I would imagine be under forestry. You'd think. So will it be under mulches? I would have thought. No. Not under winches. Stump cutters? Nope. Excavators? Nope. Harvesters then? Nope. Okay, let's just miss wood chippers. That I would say that's probably the category it's going to be under. 250 litres. That's the fuel tank. Let's lease that then, and we're going to give ourselves the cash back. 1,938. Let's give this a bit of a run and see how it actually does. So, F12, 1,938. 1938. Let's see, are we going to like buy that to chip? Now, have I already bought the... I have, I thought I had. Right, let's grab that chipper, unfold it, and I presume it's going to like be a bit like in real life, or it pops it into your trailer. I was thinking about this. I love the Rawley Christie, the Tree Devourer, but obviously it was always a little bit tongue-in-cheek because it didn't go. Now this is, if this could be made to work, I'd prefer to do this because I'm aiming for realism and immersion, but it has to do the job as well. Do we have to unfold it? We do indeed. Now, I don't know how this is going to be with like chopping things. Ah, we have actually got one that we've already done, haven't we? We're going to need yeah, we're going to need a like trailer too. So I'm pleased with the canola. Let's drop that, go backwards, and drop that. Let's go grab that beautiful little trailer. Little bit cheeky one. Yeah, it's nice to have the two tractors now as well. So that I'm quite pleased with that. We still need a front lift. We need a lifter, don't we? Really, no matter what way you look at it, because we. Yeah, I mean, I've got the attachment, so we can do this. We just need to invest in it, but. Yeah, so we're going to have to do that, aren't we, really? It goes hand in hand, because, yeah, I could have cheated and switched that on. Which, well, it's not really cheating, but I suppose Giants are trying to make the little ones different. That you've got to work a little harder. It's a bit more manual. So I thought, you know, I'm going to leave that off. We're going to leave it that it is at present. What we're going to do exactly the same as Giants intended, even if I'm going to alter those. Because I could have changed the setting to... sellable, yes. It's selling station is switched off, so you're not allowed to sell like you can with the biggies. So let's have a look. If we stick this through, yeah. I mean, also, yeah. I was talking to Skopsky about the delimbing is completely different. You cannot chop the limbs off these. Now, do we switch it on? We do indeed. Let's see. Is this going to be like you'd imagine it to be? Let's just get that right and stick that pretty much like that without crashing into it. Let's see, can we? Yeah, now the one thing I'm going to say, control of the trees is... Oh, it says as it actually doesn't lift the branch. It refuses. It's like not letting me do it. Yeah, it's glitching. It's like a weird glitch. Oh, now I've got it. Yeah, it's a little bit strange because you can't actually... Is it better like that or worse? At least you can actually stay like that. It's sort of better. Because you need to be able to see where you're actually going to pop that. Only... No, it doesn't like it now. Yeah, because you sort of, I suppose, you need to chop it so that the pieces are small. Oh, and then it destroys half of it. Yeah, that's what I was. That's pretty much what I thought would happen. I suppose it's probably right. Okay, presume we're supposed to get some action out of this. I don't know. Is it like a weird tree there's not enough? Take it eventually. That was a bit faffy though. If you can't get it to be like, let's try this bit of a bigger one, if we can ever grab it. It seems a bit resisting to... Okay. I always said I've got to get better at this type of thing. That's not very... Yeah, and this is what I always find about this type of thing. It's not necessarily the equipment, but the mechanics of the game. It should now pull itself through. I shouldn't have to keep like faffing around like this. It's like... Yeah. I'm already bored. Yeah, it's just not working right, and this is why you have a trade-off of like not being real, and you go for something like the Tree Devourer. It's a shame, because I'm quite sure it's, again, is it the forestry as it is it the machine? I'm not sure. Have we got any literage of that in there? No, it didn't actually do anything. So do I want to buy that for 19,000? Absolutely not. Apologise, modder, for your efforts, but it's not. Again, it could well be the forestry, and that's what I was saying to Skopsky. I'm not 100% convinced that it's just the fact that forestry is not working right, especially normal trees. It may well be this actually works quite fine in time, but right now, not so much. Yeah, let's quickly send that back and hope that in time it's to be honest, like, the bends and all the rest I found exactly the same. It's so, yeah, it was I tried it on, I got it in the sales on FS25 and used it once, and it was it the bends? No, it was the older one that had been in the game for a while. It was just too finicky. You like that. You can't have to keep pressing it, picking it, and putting in. It's got to work reasonably well. Which is something like the Tree Devourer. You just like hit the tree and it goes poof. That's more like it. Yeah, there's got to be. Otherwise, things gets too stressful, and it takes you all evening to shred a little bit of wood, and then you like got to think, well, is forestry or any kind of wood chopping, is it worth the effort? And I would say at that point the answer to this is no, not really. So yeah, we will say thank you, but no thank you. It's horrible, because I know how difficult it is to make a mod. I really do, and that will have taken a long time to actually do, and to get it all passed through testing and all the rest of it. It's taken some effort, and then for you, the player, to turn around and say no thank you, it's a real slap in the face to the modder. And I know that myself through the efforts I've done, you know, with the mods that I've done with not so much effort, it really is a bit hurtful. And again, it's no reflection to the modder. It's just not working properly at the minute, and you can't see, is that the mod, or is it the fact that kind of mod doesn't work well enough, which is not down to the modder, that's down to the game. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Right, it's August. Let's go through till September. Well, we really should be at 9 o'clock now. I've not made the change, have I? So we're looking for... Yeah, I'd like to get us through to that month. And if nothing else, we need to buy a front... we need to buy a front loader, definitely. We'll buy the Quick as well. That will do a bit of everything. It can like do pallets, and now that grass is looking a little bit more... Now, are we going to chop this? I'd like to see... Yeah, it's going to fit in with our thing. Let's have a look. Oh, Seitan. I've got that on... you know, I've seen another thing that's just popped down to our... just want to see how we're doing at our little factory. No, I don't want to visit it. So we've now got the one on top plus 1,468 that's not this one. So 2.5 tons. So about 1.25 tons a day. That's not bad. I can live with that. That seems to me to be reasonable, but not overpowering. So that's good. So September. What is the price of yeah, when are we going to get the bestest from our canola oil? It is indeed a couple of hundred, nearly 300 dearer if we go to December, and we will have yeah, the one thing I find about this, having one of these in all of the Let's Plays I've gotten, which is Riverbend Springs, is it takes you all year to perhaps get you like 5,000 litres all year to do that and it really does crawl. I just doesn't seem quite right. So I'm quite I think we're about there. I think that's reasonable. It's not like a giant factory that's doing 10,000 litres a day, which is you'd expect a proper factory to be churning out some some literage. Otherwise you're not going to make cash out of a proper massive factory, which is why I can never understand the huge factories that giants do, and then they like pull out a little tiny ream of 2,000, and you're like, no factory's ever going to do that, and it's certainly not at 300 grand a pop. You're going to take you 3 years to actually just make your investment back before you make profit. Right, so we've done that. So we're going to go through till October. 9 o'clock. It's going to, yeah, we're going to do the whizzy thing on, because it's going to be, yeah, still 9 o'clock here. I suppose I could have left the fields, because we could have actually got contracts on them, but again, contracts, they're sort of working at, yeah, well, again, because of modders have put the profit up by 50%, because I've got to be honest, the profit was really not too grand. Now then, another Massey. Do we need another? It's still exactly the same as ours, really. And a belt system. We've got the fluffy mods. We really don't need that. So we're going to go, we're going to go at least through till November, because I can't see it being super duper. And I'd like to see how the grass grows back. It's not... It does work. No, I've seen it on Zelonka. Yeah, thinking about it. It does grow back a stage, doesn't it? And then it comes back. But it's usually April for your first cut. So I just wanted to see, is it the same on all maps? Because, yeah, grass we've not done. Just pop up to the shop. In fact, no, that, yeah, we'll pop there. So this is the last where it'll grow one more time. Let's have a look. Let's just check this. Make sure our facts are right. Yeah, grass grows one more time in November, but then it dies back in the back end. So I'm not worried that we're not chopping this just yet. Yeah, I was going to do it this year, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it. I just would like to see this actually go down. The hybrid. Not had that on... Now that is interesting. I would imagine you've still got to buy the wrapper, the same as you have the others, which I actually quite like. It's built into the actual base game now. You can go black, green, nature green, empty. Ah, so actually you get €1,000 worth of wrap with that. Yeah. I like that. I do like the hybrid extractor. Goes up to 180 centimetre bales as well, but we haven't got a wrapper, so it's... No, that is the wrapper. Yeah, but we've got... What I mean is we've gotten loose, so there's no point in doing that. We're just going to, like, put the grass straight in, aren't we? That's the whole point. Right, we're in November. Let's not miss our one thing that we've got that we're really trying to do. It's 9,900 now. So we've got 5.25. Yeah. Now that is that full? Yeah. When we look at the production, I want to see, because I've gone places this is not really supposed to go. I know, because we upped the storage a little as well. I didn't go silly. Yeah, I didn't want to like go 100,000 or things like that. But there is enough storage for us to go a little bit higher. Yeah, I think I've got this about right. To have my, I don't like ever to have an unbalanced mod. So we should get about 5 tons of that by tomorrow morning. And in a full year, we really are going to seriously get some oil. And of course, there's a lot less loss. Yeah, we're only losing a quarter, which I think is not far off. I really don't think we should lose anywhere near as much. Farmer Jeb got it right, and so did Omatana. There was a lot less. Some modders stuck to very much like the Giants. Oh, that was a good tick up. Yeah, they stick to like trying to observe the way the Giants did it, and they do it the same. Now then, we've got a, yeah, admittedly it's a beautiful 66 meat, not 60. Yeah, we do need a big tractor, but we can't afford it at the minute. We can make do with what we've got at present. So we've got our 4 meter as well, which yeah, is a cultivator and a plough, sort of. It's a bit of a tricky thing, isn't it, really? So yeah, so December we should now be seeing that our prices are actually green, and they are as well. Wow, gone actually above that price. So it has come to the time when we need to buy our front loader. Yeah, we've got to. We've got no choice now. The sales have let us down. No, they've not let us down. It is one of those things, isn't it, really? So I believe we've gone for quick. Not that it didn't used to care in FS25. Now, wouldn't it be a bit of a coup if you could actually have the FarmCon one on your normal thing? That would be quite, yeah. Because in the end, I had one set. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I always found the Hower was like well expensive in comparison to the Quick, but we really want the small one, don't we, for a small tractor, really. Although 120, I don't suppose. Do we want the extra reach though? Probably. Let's have a look. We want Massey Red, don't we? Oh, now that's nice. It surprised me that we're not paying any extra. Do we do Massey Red as well? What is the design colour? What did that do? I don't know, but it's not cost us anything. Now that is a nice surprise. Yep. And we also want the Quick with transport. What? Without camera? Ah, okay. Well, I don't ever use the camera anyway. So, but I'd like the option to have it. I actually quite like it as is. But I like it to have the 2, because then it's also like you can pick up pallets with it as well, and you've got the transport straps. The best of both worlds. Absolutely, yes. Now then, there is a set of weights in that I've just put in not long back. Self-made, I believe. I'm missing my weights. Yeah, weights are another thing where there's an awful lot of. Where is the weights? They're there. There's that one. There's also this one here. Yeah, the. Still. No, that's... Is that the same pack? It is. That doesn't make any sense. Why that one? No, it's a 3-point. And it's got trailer attacher too. But that one's more like almost a ton. I'm sure there were more. 600 kilograms. $15 is the biggest, 2650. That again is another lizard one, as you can plainly see. So I'm just trying to think. So it's these lizard ones here. Yeah, I missed my mod that tells you the modders' names as well. I thought there were 3. It's not that one, that's the first one that dropped. That one's not bad. That one's, yeah, nearly a ton for 1,200. What is, yeah, I'm sure the normal ones are like, that's 750. Let's try and find another comparable ton weight. How much for your ton? 2,000, so it's actually quite considerably. Now that's 1,550, so actually this really does represent fairly good value in comparison to the, and the price of that is free. So the design colour is going to be the end, I would presume. It is indeed, yeah, all the bits and bobs. Now that is 200. I'm happy to pay that. That's not bad. Or it does make a bit of a difference when you consider in the weight cost. I do quite like that. Right, fantastic. We've got a weight as well. Right, so we need to grab... Now, is that the tractor we've left right near us? No, it's the one on the other side of the field, which is the very one we want. Yeah, so that is a fairly big field. I'm looking forward to doing the grass next year, but I just wanted to... get cracking really. So that looks like has it died down one stage? I think it has. That's the loss of a stage. Let's grab how are we going to actually, does this go down into a bale trailer configuration? I can't remember. Hey, we haven't got any trailer, have we, per se, really. Now that's another thing, the Bachmans have dropped. Yeah, someone has made the Bachman a set, which is quite let's customize. I'm sure it has a bale trailer configuration. It does indeed. A very versatile bit of kit, this. Right, so we're going to need to, yeah, we need to, the other one to grab this. We need to stick the bigger. Now then, which, I think it probably was that way. Yeah, we haven't got a telehandler weight yet. Not the lightweight or... Yeah, there's quite a few modders that are missing. The way. Yeah, that haven't actually done any mods. And then there are a lot of new modders that I've never heard of before that are actually modding, so... Yeah, now that's a bit difficult to see. I do like the weight. And I can feel that, which seems a bit of a strange thing to say, but yeah, I can feel that weight really is there. It has got the trailer hitch on it as well. Fantastic. Yeah, so this is too long for this really, but then for extra reach, that might well be useful. And I don't think I'll be able to take that trailer, but I always like to try these things because it's nice to know. Never say never. Oh, it might be the right one actually. It is indeed. Fantastic. Oh, it's going actually to me rather than the... Yeah, it's still managing to... Well, that's quite nice, and it's actually made to do that. Yeah, the weight is quite happy for me to do that. Now, that was rare. FS22, you very rarely got that. So I like that. That's been thought of. I love it when people have really designed things well like that. Yeah, I was really... been wanting to test these, the enhanced factory range... and now we've had a chance to do so. Yeah, all the others have already placed, the oil factories and all the rest of it, but I've got to be honest, if these are this good, the trouble is I'm going to waste all of the stuff inside the... let's just put it a bit closer. Right, let's see. So they're not really terribly heavy, are they? Yeah, no, why have I got to have that selected? Now this may well assist me, although it can make you a bit lazy. I was trying to get better with picking these up, but it's not quite right, is it? It's a little bit... Ooh, okay. I'm going to go to a small time lapse because, yeah, I tend to like go quiet and then you can't hear a thing. So let's just say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Well, certainly not the best of thing. Now that normally would be like an entire year's worth, and we've done that in a few months, so that is pretty good. Now it probably might not take the one that's a bit strange, unless it falls sort of normal. Oh, oh, whoa. Whoa. Why? All of a sudden I think we need to go underneath that so that I actually get... No, it's going through the weight this time. Okay, well let's drop the weight then. It's a bit odd. It worked. It worked fine. Yeah, I think it probably needs a marking, like some paint or something, but I know why it wouldn't be done, because then it sort of ruins it a bit, but you can't sort of tell which side you're going to pick it up from, which is a bit of you've got to look very closely for you to actually see that, which most of us are usually at this sort of level at when you like, so I'm not sure. So this really, yeah, normally I think it's about 5.5 tons, so 5,000 litres that you can do in a year with that one, being as I've had entire years where that's what I've been doing. That's it's just... is this sold somewhere else? Do we need to take it off? Okay, let's have a look. It did definitely say this place. Yeah, so we've got rid of half of our canola, so it's done about 8 odd tons. 8.5 tons. It's about literally done half of it. So in those few months, we've actually really got down this. And of course, our cycles are better because it's 20 for 15 rather than 20 for 10. I think that was the right ratio before. So I didn't like that at all. So we are. This is. I think this is about where it should be. I'm quite happy with this. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm open to comments whether you all agree or disagree whether it should be. Yeah, I know sometimes people want it to be super duper, but that's right. Okay, let's switch the because I'm intrigued why this is not working. Is there another place for us to sell? Yeah, we've not sold this kind of thing yet, have we? That's what I mean. Is there this type of stuff inside the building? Because it does look like that kind of that looks like bales to me, but let's try it. It's not going to hurt us to go through it, is it? It's like a... Yeah, mind you, I think that was the same symbol on Hutan Pantar. Yeah, exactly. So that's where we sell that. 12,000. I don't think I've ever done... Yeah. Have I done... No, because I've never done 6. Never. So that's quite nice. Brilliant. So we've made a bit of cash. 12,000. That's. I think that's quite. I'm quite happy with that. When you consider we would have probably. Yeah. And also we've still got some. Yeah, some crop left. We've got 8 odd tons in there still, and then we've still got like another 20 odd tons there. I'd be glad when you can have like a... Oh, we can do. No, that is true. We can. We have got the... I think I've got it in. not a selling point, is it? No, it is not a greenhouse either. Not a generator. That could be in sheds. Silos, silo extensions, constructibles, container. Have we not got the tool section? We have indeed. Yeah, we've also got that. And that I'm going to put down right now. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to stick that on there. I always usually try to stick them on there so that it's not in the way. Brilliant. And there's also this fantastic... Yeah, now this is the one... This was the one I was a bit disappointed in. We had this on FS25 and it was a grand. And don't get me wrong, I know that's 45,000 and so therefore that's a quarter, but to me it just seems a little bit... But now that is more, yeah, affordable. I think we can actually do that, but I think we'll go here. I think I would say, is that ramps? Now that is a point. I don't know which way around I would imagine you're supposed to go up the ramps. I mean, in real life, is that the way you're supposed to be? Yeah, we could stick it there, like where that was already there. Yeah, because I would like to actually use it right now, really. So we'll see if you go... I would imagine you're supposed to really be like here. But it also had the chevrons on the other side. Now, what was that? It was here, I think. No, it's not here. Ooh. Actually, it's fairly... and they should need repairing. And that one's customizing, and we want it to go to the 8-meter extension, which for us means it's back to its big size of 17, nearly 18 tons. Yeah, I do like that. Let's top up our canola. Yes, I'd like to get us through, like... I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased with that. So we've... yeah, well, so far it's the first washer I've actually bought in the game. It's very reasonable. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, 24 tons left to sort of put in there. So we're going to top that up. And we've still got quite a lot to go left in there. Right, so it was at the front. Yeah, so we spent quite a lot of cash though as well. Let's try and get this right. It is quite exact, as I say, but right, that's yeah, I mean, more than we need. Let's see what the sales were. Remind myself. Yeah, I remember. Let's go through. Thinking about that didn't work so well. I'm gonna have to try to remember. I'm a terror for remembering to like get sneezes out of a recording. It's hard to actually find a second. Right, so it was just after doing that, and that is like, yeah, doing its right. Okay. Yeah, let's stop for a minute. Did do quite well. That I'm looking forward to. We can have quite a bit of a... Yeah, now the 4,000 shed that I love is back as well. Yeah, and it works nicely, so... The Ironbok. It's weird how I'm used to seeing the Ironbok in certain things. The Recordia. I don't think I've ever shown that actually on camera, have I? Now this took quite a bit of effort. The trying to get this to work properly. Yeah, this one's got everything. Again, I didn't put this one in for testing, and I had a bit of a blap, but I quite like the fact that we've got everything. And again, it's a bit of a cheeky one. 17,777, so 20 ton, a bit like the Omatana, really. I was aiming for that kind of thing, and it does everything from milk, herbicide, all in one sort of tanker. So I quite like that, and it's reasonable too. So yeah, I think that's what I would probably be going for if I was going to go for it. Yeah, it's a little bit cheaper when you consider the price of that, but that's always been a bit dear. But I've sort of aimed for the Omatana type thing, really, and that's what I've done so far. Yeah, that took quite a bit of getting the syntax right to add all of the things, quite a bit of hunting around to see what the differences were in adding the different functions. But yeah, it works. I might actually put that one in. I might change the colour or something, yeah, so the giants are like not. I mean, but I don't know. Other people have got away with doing edits like that are useful, but we shall see what we shall see. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, so the DeWolf single bladed, yeah, it's the big one that's 100,000, isn't it? I've got to be honest, I missed the double bladed one. There is another DeWolf that's been done by a person, a modder. Yeah, so that one. No, we're good with, and that roller again in the sales. So it's January. We've only got our canola oil. It's building up in the background. I'd imagine that we will probably in a full year be able to do 15 odd tons, which means it'll fill the storage. Which that's not bad. That would be quite a considerable amount of oil sold that would bring in quite a lot of cash in the full year. So that would be really very, very good. The fast bale, yes. Another Massey. We don't need another one. Yeah, I'd be interested to see. The only bad thing about the fast bale is it's small bales. I'd sooner have the one we've got that does the 180s, if I'm honest. Yeah, sooner go for the bigger size. It's less to pick up than the 125s, which, although it might churn it out quickly, it's still... Yeah, again, that's probably a Mark Thor, the quick bale, which is obviously a rebadged one. And that's what I'm saying. People do it all the time. I just don't get why I got told off for it. Yeah, I mean, Mark Thor just did that, changed it, and changed the colours. So... Yeah, mine was... I suppose he did change the colours. that's the difference, I suppose. Yeah, well, I might try changing the colours and see if I get away with it. I am going to re-put mods in, though, it is true. Right, so we're at February. Let's go through to March. I think... What are we going to... Yeah, we're going to need... We are, next session, going to need to get that straw off because we're going to be, like, planting in the morning. If we're gonna, it's April, isn't it, actually, for doing, if we're doing a cash crop, yeah, if we're gonna like do that, which I seem to be doing on them all, I just would like to, I'd like to go into animals, so we need to get a bit of cash, a bit of a pot of money. That's what I'm saying. We should do quite well out of the oil. I like the fact that that does both. Even though they are both hard work, that is still very reasonable that you don't have to buy two special pieces of equipment. So we are in March. Yeah, I'm going to leave it here because I'm going to, yeah, we're going to have to bail next session. I'm not going to waste that. We've now got a front loader, which does mean we have the ability to like get those. I do need a bigger, even if it's to lease a bigger trailer, because I don't really, or maybe the Anderson. If we're going to do a shed load of bales, then we... That is the point. What, the bales in March? Yeah, the bales they don't fluctuate an awful lot. I have seen this myself. The straw is, yeah, between 33 and 48. It is vest, but it's still got at the minute 42 and rising. So we're actually not at a bad sort of thing. So if we did that next session and got that little lot, yeah, baled, and then perhaps we do the Anderson and like grab the whole lot, because we're going to have quite a few by the time we've done this, including the ones that obviously we've chucked at the side. In fact, yeah, it should show us the existing straw bales. I think you can see it. It can 121 litres, which is worth £6 grand. So I would imagine we've got way more this year, and that's going to take us a long time. We could also get the mower. That's a point. We could buy that front mower. Ready for next session. I shall set the worker going. At least they can do the... Did we have got a window, haven't we? That's one of those things we got quite early on, didn't we? No, I'm thinking of like, no, I'm not, yeah, it's not, no, it's built in. I knew we'd got it covered, so that was it. Yeah, so we've got the windrower, well, yeah, built into that. Let's buy the front one. I knew, yeah, it's alright. On one of the other Let's Plays, I've actually got a windrower as well, but yeah, this one's built in. I am being silly. It's speaking without thinking, which is always a silly thing to do. So we're going to go for the actual one, because it does make sense to have the set, doesn't it really? When you can, it's no difference, no dearer. I'm not sure our... Yeah, that is true. I think you'll find it's about 250 horsepower for that. I'm sure it is. I don't seem to think our little 130 is going to cut that. I was not thinking about that, was I? I wasn't actually. This is true. Why do I always remember this? 160, 230, and we're 130. Well, that's the one thing we're going to do now. I've got a sinking feeling that this is going to be a bust. Yeah, I do actually definitely think that I am completely right. That this is just not good. Ooh. I don't know why you're being so awkward. Doesn't like the quick. The quick doesn't like the quick. Okay, it's a bit odd. It's weirdly stuck it in the ground. Ooh, now that is a bit special. I'm going to look forward to using this. That's done half do a quick job, as well as look at the wet tyres. Still takes a while to get that muck off the bottom of the window though. That's the real, I always find that's the real test of how good these things are. Yeah, I know. Fantastic, love it. That settled down as well. Perhaps the quick was sticking in the ground a little bit, so that would be my fault. It may be that we have to postpone our grass, because I don't think we're going to be able to lug this, and the other one's only got a yeah, we'd have to have something like the OlaHaldor duet really for it to make that work. I somehow think this is going to be epically fail. Yeah, I think it's the only way we're going to make that work. All my life. And lowered as well. Yeah, I think this is going to be an epic fail. We need a bigger tractor. Now I think for 79,000 you can get the beautiful Deutz that I've got on Sri Lanka. Yeah, that's... Is it going to earn us enough to invest in it though? That's what I'm saying. Do we like take a bit of a loan now? Because I don't think this is going to work. I'm almost sure it's not, but we're going to give it a shot. Yeah, now that's big enough, but it's obviously not got a front three-point link. I think this is going to, like, if it's going to work, it'll crawl around at about 2 miles an hour, which would cost us rather a fortune, even if the worker will do it. It'd be a little unfair of us to actually expect them to do it, I would say. So it looks like we're going to need a tractor to make this work. Ah well, progress does come at a cost. Right, let's give everybody a laugh, because I'm quite sure we all know how this is going to work. Now then, have we got this in? Swath dropping, brilliant. That's, I thought we'd done it when we bought it. Yeah, that, I know, I was... Well, it's better than I thought, I've got to be honest. It's... Let's see if the work will do it. Because... it's typical though, this is the very tractor we need to... No, we don't, not for baling. Oh no, we do, we have for loose. Because the other one hasn't got the... Yeah, we need it again, so really we're scuppered, whatever way you look at it. I think we're going to need to buy a 240 horsepower tractor, which I've got to be honest, this was one of the biggest nice surprises I had in the game, was when I think I'm right in saying that this is, I think it's a medium. Yeah, this beautiful little thing, 89,500. That's 175. That's 230. We're going to need something like that. It's got to be a 240 really. Such a shame about the Challenger and the whites being, yeah, like they are. Yeah, we've got these Buttes coming through as well now. We see this in the sales quite a lot. I've not seen the McCormick at a good price. I have seen it in the sales once. See, we've not seen anything like the Massey for like 75 grand, because that's the type of thing I would have literally snapped. I've not seen the Crystal at a good price either. There's a lot of these that if you was in the sales, I'm not seeing this type of tractor. We've seen quite a few of the large tractors like this, where they've been 150, but I've not seen any of the... Oh, it's a Butte. Why? What's the difference between that and that? Yeah, so what I'm saying is I've seen this one. That one's been 150 grand, which is a real... I didn't have the cash when that was... So I don't know whether we... Do we struggle on for a little bit and then, like, do this... Probably. Right, I'm going to set it going then, in that case. We will... We'll struggle on, I think. Yeah, so that's going to go. We're going to do the normal baling while that does the cutting of the field. And we're going to struggle on for a little bit in the hope that we get a tractor that's reasonable over the next few months. Because they do appear. It is, if it's what we're after, and we perhaps even have to need to do a loan, we will do. So I'm going to be doing the baling this session. That worker is going to be cutting very slowly. So let's just grab that baler, and then yeah, we're going to lease the Anderson, which I'm not going to do until we've like done this little lot, and we're going to go from there. So I'm pleased with the session, pleased that we did like 12,000. I would imagine if we can store 15, I mean of course we can shift them out, if that's going to do about 15 tons a year of oil, that's going to be 30,000 that you can earn from that business. That's not bad. Now, obviously, it depends on how much oil you've got, but that's going to be well worth doing. That's more like what even on hard economy, that's not bad cash. Yeah, potatoes has been the thing that's has been the best. On Rizu Forest, we've got 55,000 euros worth of potatoes. Now that is still worth doing, even though it's taken me an absolute age to like lift them, because we went for the cheaper one. And it would have actually, yeah, it's true, the spinach that we found, we know that would not have, we could not have been made that work without Mike from Oxbow letting us have that as he did. We would not have made any cash, so that the money's not, that's the, but potatoes, I could still have leased the harvester for 30 grand, and I still would have made 25,000, and I would have done the field quicker. But we leased the smaller one for about 5, and we're going to make 50,000. So really, it still is, if you're willing to put the work in, that 50 grand is going to really probably mean I can do animals on Rizu Forest, which is what I would really like to do here. That's a point. Do we do that? And do we struggle on as we're doing just for now, for this year? Because sometimes it's that old saying, no pain, no gain, isn't it, really? Do we stick that animal enclosure down? How many animals could we afford, even with that beautiful 40 grander? I like this idea. I do. And I do also like the idea that we do it close to us, like that. Do we do it further back? Because I think this is all us. Let's have a look. Let's just have a look on the square. I'm sure that this entire everything is in our square. It is. We can actually do that. It's not a bad use to set it back a bit, I think. Like that. Eventually we might chop these trees and make I suppose that is the point. We may extend the field into, so that's not a bad place really, because we're never going to use that for anything else other than that. So I think we stick that there. That's not bad. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're also doing silage, and we've got straw. That is a point, actually. We've got loose straw. We're talking about, yeah, we are actually. It's true, 30,000 feet. Now, the other thing is, you can feed cows silage. Yeah, I mean, people do just do that, so we don't necessarily need to do TMR. I always think, oh, I've got to do TMR. I always think we've got to do TMR. But to be honest, they can live on just, oh, it does as well. Oh, smashing. So what does this do then? Is it? Oh, it's just like additional. I like it. Not only do we have this, we've also got a shed built in with it as well. I really am very, very impressed with this. Right, so let's switch zone markers on and see. This is the very first time I've actually ever done this on FS25. So let's switch those interactive zone markers on and see how much it would cost us. So the manure. Does that mean we need to put that's the point? Yeah, I've never done this yet. Does this have a built-in manure pit now, or is it something that you need to do like it was in FS22, or is it an inbuilt thing? Having never done animals yet, because I couldn't afford it. Chickens, bees, others. I'd still say it's going to be in silos. As in silo extensions. Manure heap extension. Now this is it. We really need, like, yes, we need some Bernie or someone to do one like that, don't we? Yeah, so we're going to be like just doing slurry at the minute, aren't we? I think that's manure. And where does the food's going to be there? I like the food icon, very nice. Straw, we can see that goes there, so it needs a blower. Yeah, it does. I was always forgetting base game's always that. And milk is there. And slurry is... Perhaps the slurry's there. Alright, so then we really, what I'm interested in looking at is the water buffalo. Yeah, because these have got some really special prices on the dairy. Yeah, we'd obviously have to go for dairy. But trying to think, obviously, it's 18 months. This bit is used for dairy farming and produces buffalo milk. Buffaloes like grass, hay, and TMR. So we could just do grass. Additionally, they require water. This animal has reached its breeding age. Animals that are healthy and older than 18 months can reproduce. Transport fee is applied if you do not transport animals with your own livestock trailer of 100. Right, okay. We can do this. Do we go for feeding our own up? But then... yeah, then you've got to wait for the milk and that, haven't you? So... can you type? No. No, Giants still haven't done anything like that. Let's not say anything insulting. Right, so 7,000. We can't afford an awful lot. I've got to be honest. I think 10 is about what we're going to do. Well, yeah, I think we're not going to do it now though, because I'd like to feed them. So we need to cut the grass, and we can indeed feed them grass. We're going to have to go cheapskated to begin with. We're going to put some of our grass to make silage. Now it says TMR, it doesn't say it can be fed with silage, but animals, they do live on silage. But yeah, we shall see. So it looks like we're going to be just grabbing slurry. We are going to need my little tanker. Yeah, we are really, because that'll do everything, including the water. Now also, where do we draw the water from? We haven't got any taps or anything, have we? I've not seen anything on the map either. Yeah, you got a fuel point, but there's nothing I've seen which is a sawmill. Yeah, I've not seen anything at all for water, which means it's... oh, aha, is that a water tower? Maybe it is. We shall have to investigate. Rome was not built in a day. I'm leaving at that because we're going to need to buy some animals, and we're going to need to buy a water tanker at the very least. We've got the ability, got grass, we've got some straw. I don't imagine that this will accept bales, but we can see if it does. If we can drop a bale inside, will that actually like do the... we could do that now. No, we can't, because the grass is being cut. Let's have a quick look to see how our mower is not mowing. My life. Okay, so we've got a bit of a problem. Looks like they yeah, and they never told us that they were like in trouble. So I can't do everything though, that is true. Let's just see, are you gonna like... I mean, it is a bit of a push, but we're going to need to do this now. If we've like gone out on a limb. Oh my! Oh, you're going to get stuck again. You've already seen this. So why would you do that? Oh, it somehow got stuck. Oh my life, you're going to do little bits. Oh, you're going to reverse across the entire field just to do... Right, anyway, yes, I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is we're going to have to struggle on a bit, because we've sort of like done us... we need a dairy, yeah, if we're going to do the butter. So really we've got... this is going to be tight. I think we might have to go for something like 7 or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to say... I can see... no, I'm not going to do that at all. No, it's weird how I get confused when I'm chatting about that, but saying my time-lapse thing or goodbye. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this very exciting Let's Play, where it all seems to be crashing down on our head at the minute. Will we be able to yeah, dig ourselves out of the jaws of death and actually make... well, we've got... yeah, I mean, I'm going to say, I would imagine our canola oil's building up. So we've got that at the end of the year. We've got crop to plant next month. We've got our straw that we're going to... some we're going to sell and some we're going to keep now for the animals. Or do we keep it? I don't know how much we're going to need. You often find that you overdo... yeah, we might not sell them. We may sell some, perhaps, but we might keep a lot back, and we're going to keep the grass to feed our cows. I think we'll just do grass, so we don't need to chop the whole field. But at the minute, I believe FS25, it doesn't look like they've brought back the grass dissolves with rain or anything like that. It doesn't seem to. I've seen it lying around on Zilonk, and I never saw that it like dissolved or anything like that. So, so I'm going to say goodbye for now.